Hello, hello, what is going on out there, YouTube? This is Pac-Man here, and welcome to the stream today. Let me just finish getting set up here. Give me just one sec. Alright. Well, it looks like sound is doing well and whatnot. Welcome to the stream. Of course, Pac-Man as always, and today we are continuing with our diver. And I'm hoping that we will have a productive day today. I just, while I was doing some grinding on Twitch earlier, I actually traveled to a new system. So we're going to go ahead and explore this one and go from there, honestly. Alright, so we are in the new space station. I did go over to the Nexus and grab the new jets, so now we do have the blue ones as well. Very awesome, I think. Alright. And just real quick, let's grab that. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? More pyramids? I have no idea. We're just actually going to have to see. I bought some upgrade modules and whatnot, so my nanite cluster count is a little bit down, but that's fine. No big deal. Let's see. So, what missions do we have open? Take some photographs, scan some stuff, you know, the usual. Okay. Well, I got our big boy with us today. Let's go ahead and swap ships to, I guess, the Radiant Pillar, and then let's go planet side. So there are a couple glitch planets in this system, which I really like. Okay, but let's go ahead and swap out our ships. But as you can see, I got myself a Humboldt drive module, an exosuit boost, or an exocraft boost module, and a pulse module, and a positron module. Okay, so first things first that we're gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna actually take our hauler with us today. And I'm thinking I should probably start upgrading this sucker. So we're going to go ahead and put that module on there. Now, the positron ejector I don't have on this ship. I actually have on this Explorer right here. So, as you can see, it's not the greatest, but I do have my positron on here. I'm thinking, though, that I'm most likely going to be getting rid of that ship pretty soon. I only have 5 right now. So I do have room for one more, but that is the next one on the chopping block, I'm thinking. Even though the other fighter that we recovered is a sea-level fighter, it is still, you know, much further ahead in regards to actual capabilities in regards to that ship. So let's go ahead and harvest from our infinite container farm. Let's see what we get. And I won't do, you know, one of the refresh type, you know, harvests, but we'll see what we can get out of this one. Alright. Alright, I got 20 Gek relics, so I'll go ahead and sell those. Let's put away our spare modules, because I don't know if I'm actually even going to build that Humboldt on the next planet that I'm on anyway, so no use in bringing it with us. Nothing for this one. How about this one? Okay. And last but not least, we just gotta drop these in here. Bam. Bam. And the firewater, it's not exactly the rarest thing. Those you make from, let's see, I believe fireberries. You just process those. But alright, let's see how much we get for these actual Gek relics here. What do we got? Nice. 476. Okay. Let me just pop this into my inventory. Okay, so looking at that, we're pretty good on everything. We don't need to worry about much. Our inventory is good. Inventory is good back there. Alright, let's get going. And after we check a few things out, like there's a distress signal, stuff like that, I'll go ahead and call in the Nexus, and we'll see if there's any interesting missions. I already did do the Quicksilver mission for today, so unfortunately can't gather any more of that. And if you tuned in yesterday, we did also finish the weekend mission yesterday, so... check out this distress signal. Hopefully a good one. Now, this is a high economy system, so I'm hoping that we will be prosperous. Okay, unfortunately we're landing in a storm, which is like the new norm now. Every planet I go to, I land in a storm now. Okay, well, it looks like it's a ship we can recover. Nice. Okay, so it looks like the Sentinels are pretty hostile here. Alright, let's see what we got. Malfunctioning robot enters, simply speaking the language of the warrior species. It ignores me, choosing instead to posture dramatically to itself in the doorway. It carries a multi-tool that appears superior to... I'll talk to the robot. Oh. You know what? I could probably swap out this thing. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So unfortunately I won't get the chance to do that again, unfortunately, but whatever. It wasn't that good at all of a multi-tool, so that's fine. Switch to our primary, and let's get collecting. Alright, some Fascium. And always, if you don't hear that little chime, just double check and make sure. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. Ha! An A-class hauler. I will claim this one, yeah. That's actually that's a decent hauler. To tell you the truth, it's the same class as the one that I'm using. Well, I mean, that's an A, this is an S, but I mean, a 31.4, and this is also a 31.4, so beautiful. We should be able to actually get some good money for that. And of course, scan around. Let's check out what we got. We got your average mammals, it looks like. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of these like little plants and stuff like that on this type of system, but it's actually a good way for us to make a little bit of money right now as well. So those are just gravitinos. Just as long as you've got your requisite scanner modules installed, you can actually make a decent chunk of change just doing scans on planets like these. Nice. 2 species of birds in one shot. Cool, at least the storm is clearing. That will help us out a bit. What do we have here? Fermented fruit is that thing's favorite thing to eat. I think we might make it some. Take that thing for a ride. Okay. Nice. Okay. I think that's pretty much all the major stuff around us. Let's see if there's anything else interesting. We got some knowledge stones, some buried tech, gravitinos, and it looks like that's about it. Yeah. Okay. So everything is pretty far away from us, and nothing too interesting next to us, so. It is interesting, though, that a planet like this has dioxide as one of its primary elements. Alright. Okay, I think that takes care of most of everything around us that we can scan. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Shelter. Okay. So, we got a new ship. Nice. Now, I do need to take a picture of a manufacturing facility anyways, so let's go ahead and head out to that one. We're most likely going to have to deal with a Sentinel Walker over here, but there's a pretty easy strat to take care of it before you even, like, get to the point where you're getting out of your ship, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, I'm not coming in super fast right now just because I do want to let everything render, because I need to find out where the Sentinel Walker is going to spawn in. It looks like right there. You see that? Right there? Yep. There it is. So the easiest way to get rid of it is just by staying in your ship and doing it this way. And at this point, it's just going to have that scattered weapon, which is not really a problem. Just come in slow, finish her off. Bam. That's it. And then from there, you don't even have to really land immediately. What I usually like to do is go up, come back around a little bit, and then from there, search out the doorway. And just take out the doorway too, you might as well. Like that. Bam. Doorway is now open, and we are good to go to just pretty much waltz right in, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And of course, harvest that walker brain. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Never let those things go to waste, because those things are, well, can be a pain in the ass to get, so. Where was that door? Where was that door? I think it was over here. Alright. Okay, so the facility is processing a signal that emanates from a distance location in space. Endless processing units are combined to crack the code of a strange mathematical language.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
It says to insert, well, maybe ferrite? Okay. Oh well, I missed out on that one, just because I couldn't understand what it was, but that's fine. I'm not gonna cry over it. We get to check out all of this stuff. Let's see. So, a storeroom, that's nice. Always nice to find these storerooms back here. Okay. Well, let's get going, I guess. Okay. Wait, that should have taken care of a mission. You know what? I've run across this a couple times. If it came across, it'll say manufacturing facility, but then if it comes across as like an operations center, then it will not actually count. Alrighty. Let's go someplace else. How about like an ancient ruin? Is there an ancient ruin around me? Ancient plaque. Ancient ruin. We'll go to that. And I think I'll probably get the historical data so we could go ahead and do a little bit of archaeology. And yeah, like I said, for some reason now, it like storms on every single planet I go to, no matter what now. I don't think I've landed my ship in the last day with it actually being nice weather. Okay, let's see. Let's see, knowledge of the past. Alright. So now that that is done, we can go ahead and get these knowledge stones over here. And I probably actually should install those translator modules. Those definitely do help out a bit. Okay. So another mission I have is to take a photo of one of these bad boys, so let's take care of that now. Okay. And nothing too interesting around us, so good. Let's get going. Yeah, they must have, though, changed definitely the frequency of the storms, because, yeah, I'm hitting these things every time now. But not too shabby. I'm thinking we may be better off actually just scrapping that A class that we just got, but I don't know. We'll see. I may scrap that B class Explorer and just keep that new hauler. Alright. So these, I wish there was a little bit more diversity, but it makes it for a really, really easy excavation. Now, I always go for, I mean, there's 6 keys here, so you could go for any combination, but I usually go for these 3. Okay, and the third one that I usually get will always be this one, because you have access to a Gravitino ball that's right over here. There we go. Okay, so now that that is done, we just need to find the flat pillar section, which should be like right here, and there is the artifact. Okay, cool. Some cursed legal documents. All right. Well, now that that is taken, what we can do is a couple different things, actually. There's one additional Gravitino ball underground right over here. So we can actually get this one, since it's the hardest one to get. And then from there, go ahead and get the other ones and then bounce. It should be, I believe, right there. There we go. Alright. And unfortunately it is invisible, but whatevers, right? And last one here. Okay. Let's get going.
Hey, how I get tritium and dihydrogen fast?
I got units. Oh, okay. If you want to get dihydrogen really, really fast, the fastest way to do that is to actually just buy dihydrogen jellies from a, what's it called? From a terminal. And then when it comes to dihydrogen, me personally, to tritium, I would personally just spend just a tiny bit of time in a asteroid field, personally. Tritium hyperclusters are usually the easiest way, for me, personally, if you can't find it for sale. But if you got plenty of units, I mean, usually just going to a station sales terminal, you'll be able to find what you need. Like right now, I'm actually just at a, small settlement, and let's see. Here, they won't, unfortunately, sell that type of stuff, but at your main stations, they do. But yeah, if you need dihydrogen fast, that's usually the best way to get it, just by buying dihydrogen jellies from the station. But I hope that helps you out. Okay, let's give him a microprocessor. Cool. Yeah, and if you are having trouble finding a station that sells dihydrogen jellies or tritium, yeah, your best bet is to just go into an asteroid field. But yeah, if it was me, I would just buy it. I would warp to a couple space stations and, just try my luck in the 2 sales terminals that they have there. Oh, no problem. No problem. Actually, to let me see how rare, because I mean, a lot of the time the rarity of these types of things will come into question. So I'll run over to the station real quick in the current system that I'm in, and I'll just check if they sell it there. Okay, so let's get going. But yeah, dihydrogen jelly figure you can usually find. Actually,
If you got a lot of money, once
a lot of units, most people get lazy and grind for it. Yeah, I almost never actually mine for it, but here, I'll actually show you a trick right now that I do personally. It's a little bit cheap, you know, but it works, so. Alright, so here's your basic freighter. Doesn't matter what style you have, I mean, stats or anything, doesn't matter at all for this. All you need is antimatter, and I believe it's magnetized ferrite. It could be magnetized or pure. I forget which one. But this right here, I think I've gone over this in a previous stream, but this right here is one zone, and then once you get to these double doors right here is a partition, which is why you can't actually go back through the back door, and it makes you come into here. This is a new zone. So what I personally do is I set a bunch of these containers. Now you can learn how to make these at the Nexus in the salvage data terminal. And pretty much in all of these boxes, whether they be the Atlas Pass locked ones or just the regular, you know, regular ones like this, you have actually like a 25% chance of picking up a dihydrogen jelly. I just set up, I think, like 20 of these. But, I mean, if you just set up a bunch of them, boom, right there, for free. And then from there, just straight into a refiner. I'm actually running low myself, so let me go ahead and do that. But yeah, and then otherwise, they're just really, really cheap to buy, too. And then when it comes to tritium, I mean, usually in a good run, when I'm just spending like a couple minutes mining the asteroids, I'll usually pick up a lot of these. But the tritium hyperclusters, I mean, you'll never have to worry about tritium ever again. But again, you just need to spend a couple minutes, you know, in the asteroid field. I personally don't really sit there trying to gather the actual tritium in itself. So, all right. So we got coordinates for a supply depot. Cool. I don't actually even need the fascium, so I'm probably just gonna sell it. Ain't gonna be worth anything, but whatever. Let's see, and I'll also sell, let's see, the vortex cubes, gravitinos, fascia, and the cursed legal documents. Ooh, 700, not bad. Let's go ahead and break down the tetracobalt really quick so we could go ahead and sell that also. And yeah, again, this is some I repeat over and over, but never sell the tetracobalt by itself. It's just, you're losing out on such a huge profit. The tetracobalt will sell for like maybe 15,000 per. And if you go to that, I mean, yeah, you're looking at 4 times the price easy. So, but okay, let me just break down this really quick. What else? Yeah, I'll just turn that into sodium nitrate. So give me just a second to manage this inventory. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good otherwise. Okay, well, let's do that. And actually, speaking of those tritium hyperclusters, I ran low on tritium, so let me pop open a few of those. Let's see. 3, 4. Yeah, I'll just do like 5 of them. And boom, just off of 5, I mean, that's right there. Not a bad amount. You can get anywhere between, like, I think it's, like, the lowest I've ever gotten was, like, 25, and the maximum I ever got was, like, 150 off of one cluster. And then every now and then when you pop open a cluster, it will have an antimatter in there. But, okay. So I showed you pretty much just laying down those containers, right? But this is the second half of the strat right here. And it's a bit cheap. I don't like doing it again, but yeah, it works. So let me just finish looting the rest of these containers so we can verify they're all empty. And surprisingly, like those effigies and stuff like that, the Gek relics, I mean, if you like just save a stack of 20, which usually takes about 1 or 2 runs of these, I mean, that's like 500 grand right there. But okay, so I'm fully in the other zone. Now we run back up. And as you can see from the coloring on the rim of the containers, every single one of the containers has refilled itself. So now we just run back through, loot all these containers one more time. And what did we get? We got antimatter, batteries, more dihydrogen jelly, more casings, more effigies. Okay. So I just looted all those a second time, and then I just got an additional 6. So, yeah. If you don't want to buy them, just do this. And boom. Free stuff all day long. All you have to do is pretty much run to where the, bay is, and then run back up, and then boom. Everything is refilled, and you're good to go. Technically, you could fill up this entire room with these containers, and just pretty much make infinite money in a day, so... Again, me personally, I don't like doing it. I actually set them down just to illustrate how to do it. But yeah, that right there, I mean, just this right here, infinite money. It'll just take you a little bit of time. And I'm actually quite serious about that. Just a little bit of time. It's literally just running from there, looting them, and then running back to the hangar, and that's it. You need 800 tons. Yeah. Making frigate fuel is like, yeah, the only reason why I even harvest dihydrogen anymore. But yeah, I mean, just popping open 5 crystals and, refining 5, and I already have enough to go ahead and start making more fuel anyway, so. Alright. Off to the next. Let's see. So we checked this place out. Definitely interesting. I've never been to a tropical planet that has dioxide and indium as the primary elements. Let's see. What else do we got? Let's stop at a abandoned building if we can. I really would love to get some nanite clusters. Is that a resource depot? Abandoned building. Perfect. Oh yeah. Let me actually check. Usually doing this, all I have to do is spend just 30 seconds, and I usually get more than enough clusters together. Okay. Well, that's enough of that nonsense, I guess. But boom. Not even really trying. Just some quick stuff, and I got another one right now, so... And then, let's see, I would say, yeah, you need the fuel for your freighters. I would always suggest on any expedition that you send anywhere, make sure to include a support ship. Because those support ships they help a lot when it comes to the fuel consumption. Most of the time you're looking at about half consumption than what you would expect, so... so there is a predator here. What is this? Okay, I have a mission to actually destroy a couple predators anyway, so... Okay, it took me to the abandoned building, unfortunately, instead of the abandoned... I mean, it took me to the small settlement instead of the abandoned building, but I guess that's fine. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, you need advice on... Oh, I'm just actually about to go on a nanite run right now. I'll show you the easiest way. It's so freaking easy. Yeah, sure. Alright. So, yeah, I was gonna go over there anyways. Let me just grab this. But abandoned buildings, honestly, for me, easiest way to get nanite clusters. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. I usually will end up doing a nexus mission, no matter what the reward is, if it's one of the missions for killing monstrosities. Just solely for that. Okay, how close are we? That's a trading post... Abandoned building, okay. And there's actually a few different variants of how you can do this. Exocraft are really, really helpful, but just standing on the roof of a building is actually surprisingly effective. You could actually also do it from inside the building as well, but because of the way vision works with the adversarial enemies, as long as you're outside of either a field of view or outside of their main attack range, you should be fine. Okay, so you got your basic abandoned building here, right? Nothing too out of the ordinary. We just gotta worry about a sentinel harassing us, but that's no real big thing. First thing that you do always is make sure that you come in here. Of course, the residual goop you can refine into more nanites, but that just takes forever. And then each one of the terminals, of course, is going to give you about, what, 100, 120, something like that? 131. Okay. So, from there, that's really just like the easy stuff to get. From there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to harvest every egg at this place. Now, the key to harvesting the eggs without dying is actually pretty simple. You just need to stay in motion. And then once the swarm comes out, just run to like the opposite end of the building, continue your harvest, but make sure you get every one that you can of these larval cores. But make sure you stay in motion, they'll spit at you and all that kind of stuff, and most likely, you know, try to tackle you and whatnot as well. From here, if you actually have a mission to destroy animals, this is the easiest way to take care of it. But get onto the roof. You might get hit by your every now and then little hit with those like projectile acid balls, but yeah, no big deal really. They do like no damage. And then from there, when it comes to killing these things, you can actually just use your mining beam. And yeah, all you want to do is really bust open the eggs, get in as quick as you can, keep moving so you don't get tackled, and grab as many as you can, right? So I got another bunch over here. Let's go ahead and do that. And you see, I just narrowly missed getting tackled from the back. It's all really just moving. Make sure you're in motion. Okay, but now we've got a sentinel kind of harassing us. That's fine. What you can also do is go straight from inside the building. Now, in this case, I'm on an aggressive sentinel planet. Being inside the building makes you invisible to the sentinels, so you don't have to worry about that. And then being inside the building, these things can see you, but you can just kind of run back and forth and kill them as they come across. But that's pretty much all I needed. Let's go ahead, get up, get out of here. Okay. So, off of that one small infected building, right, I was able to get 14 larval clusters. I'm now going to go into... Wait, let me just free this up. I'm now going to go into my processor here. Each one of these larval clusters is 50. So if you hit up like literally just one or two of these buildings, boom, you instantly thousands of nanites. Hell, just off of that one building right there, not even including the terminal, that thing on the wall and whatnot, we are able to get 700. So what I found is the best thing to do actually is we're going to go ahead and call in the nexus. On the nexus missions for destroying monstrosities, what they'll end up doing is they'll either send you to one building and have you destroy 45 monstrosities, or it'll send you to 3 separate buildings where you have to do increments of 12, 24, and then 35. If it sends you to the 3 building kind of setup, then you can easily get by the end of the trip somewhere around about 5,000 nanites just off of what you pick up in larval cores. So yeah, I mean, boom, I already have 12 and I started this episode with 10, so I haven't been playing for that long. If you dedicate like an hour to just hitting up abandoned buildings, I mean, you could totally easily make at least 10 grand. What do we got? Okay. Nothing really interesting with no real great rewards. Maybe this liquid explosive, but nothing worth it. And if you're having trouble finding the abandoned buildings, I mean, of course, navigation data is definitely something that, you know, it's useful in that regard. But kind of the alternative way to do it is with, what do you call it, Exocraft. If you install the Exocraft scanner, I believe Tau, the third one, what it will do is it will give you options to search out drop pods and also abandoned buildings and whatnot. Actually, let me go to the space station real quick, just cache in a little bit more of my navigation data, see if I could actually find any. But what also would be useful is this. Scan these. Alright, the spine planet. What is this? Okay, parched planet. Okay, probably I would think on that non-glitch planet we'll have better luck. Let's go ahead and do that. And then otherwise, I mean, I'll always, like, in the middle of everything, also go to the actual system space stations and check out their boards. A lot of the time, they'll have really, really easy nanite missions. Okay, where's the entrance? Maybe I'm just a moron and I missed it or something. But where is the entrance? Alright. And it's on any Exocraft, actually. So if you call in, I mean, just as long as you have the scanners installed on it, you can call in any of your Exocraft and they'll do the same. The only exception is the Nautilin, and that one has kind of its own independent scanning system for underwater stuff. Okay, let's get to the surface of this planet. Just a quick scan once we get in to see if there's any buildings around us. Okay. What do we got here? A small shelter and like an observatory. Cool. Alright, so this is what you should do to find more if you don't have all that stuff. You just go to your Exocraft. Always carry with you 100 paraffinium, 5 metal plates, and 4 batteries. And let's see. I know that my Pilgrim has the requisite scanners, so Pilgrim, scanner, and abandoned structure. Boom. And luckily there's one not too far away from us. I actually will use the Pilgrim to get over there. I love driving Exocraft. I think, honestly, like, once you get later in the game, you have to start using the Exocraft and stuff just to, you know, keep the game fresh and interesting. Otherwise, it can get a little bit
Boring. Yo, I got a stack of something. It's worth 78 million units, 15 million each. It's like,
yeah. You, there are some highly refined devices that you can craft that make you a lot of money. I actually found that the best one for me is the stasis devices. These stasis devices, I had a stack of, I think, like 10 of them. It was like $160 million. It was just insane. So I do gotta work on, you know, kind of that. Here, let me just make this, or buy this guy a microprocessor real quick. But yeah, learning those blueprints to make the, you know, high-tech craftable stuff, I mean, it's amazing how much some of that stuff is worth. But yeah, the most that I've ever come across was that one, that stasis device. Yeah, and literally 10 of them was $160 million. Okay, so there's nothing close to us. Let's just... Oh, shit. My life support's gone. But then again, there is, like, a lot in this game. So, like, later on, I'm thinking I might start getting more into the... Oh, shit. I put it in the wrong thing. Getting more into, like, the different aspects of the game that I've been kind of skipping. Like I've been real lax on the multi-tool and stuff like that, so. But let me just grab this condensed carbon real quick. I get it for free all the time from those containers, but no use in leaving it. Alright, and what is this? Looks like an observatory. Or transmission tower, okay. Okay, what do we got? 3, 5, 8. What is that? Okay. Oh, that's easy enough. Okay, so that bit should be 34. Nice! Distress signal. What's actually crazy, one time I was in the Nexus and somebody gave me a stack of something that was almost worth like $100 million. It was like, I was just like, what the hell? But that's what's cool about this game, you know? If you're like really far ahead in the game and you come across other people, you know, sometimes it's cool to just, you know, give some stuff away sometimes. Alright, so let's call in our Pilgrim. And let's go over to this abandoned building over here. Now, this is the other way, actually. When you're inside of one of your exocrafts, one of the things that I noticed is that sentinels actually can't engage you properly. And what I mean by that is, like, they get really confused and will not really attack you. Like, they'll kind of attack you, but not really at the frequency that they should be. The only exceptions to that I found are the walkers and the quads. They have a little bit easier time, I guess, with you, but...
Extreme night temperature detected. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
How far are we? 2 minutes. Well, this thing is actually quite a ways away, but this gives us an opportunity to just kind of cruise the planet, see if we can find anything interesting. And, I mean, of course, I love running shit over. And, oh yes, I always say never pass these up, especially this particular one, the cactus. I have so many uses for this stuff, it's amazing. I mean, it's a good thing if you just need a quick carbon conversion or something like that, but since the main tutorial of the game teaches you certain components, I mean, it's like, it's stupid not to really get these things and just convert them into unstable gels and polyfibers and, you know, stuff like that. And, okay, one bug you might come across is once you exit your exocraft, it will become invisible until you summon it again. You can actually get into it while it's invisible too, but, you know, it's just easier. Okay, and luckily, because of this thing, we don't have to worry about hazard protection or anything. Now, I haven't even scanned anything on this planet, which I probably should, but, you know, I want to get to this abandoned building, honestly. Yeah, and as you can see, Sentinel's not even a problem. These things go so fast that they can't keep up anyways, so... Okay, almost there. Almost there. Okay, so we're here. Right. So again, never, ever leave this stuff behind because, well, it's nanite clusters, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it takes forever, but it's still nanite clusters. I also do actually try to buy this stuff whenever I see it inside of a terminal. And I mean, the way that I do it is, it's kind of funny, I guess. I'll, like, you know, pop it in the refiner and then I'll go do the dishes or something like that and come back. Okay, let's see. Let's get going with this harvest. Now, what we can do is we could use the Pilgrim kind of as a protective craft that can also attack, so... We're going to go ahead and do that. And the weapon systems on these things are actually pretty good as well. I love using this cannon, to tell you the truth. And since we have a mission anyways to kill these things, it's fine. But as you can see, they can't, like, recognize you while you're inside of your exocraft, so it's just shooting fish in a barrel, really. And most of the time, actually, you're doing this as part of, like, you know, missions to kill these things anyways, so as you can see, I mean, there's a calling creatures mission done. Alright, and they subside. Beautiful. And just off to the next one. So for this one, I'll jump on the roof maybe. And you gotta be a little bit brave sometimes with these things. I mean, no pain, no gain, I guess. Let's see. There we go. Grab these. Alright. And yeah, your main strat for all of this is literally just jumping onto the roof of the building so they can't get to you. And from there, you can either, you know, kill them, you can just avoid them and collect the eggs. It doesn't matter, really. Alright. So that, I believe, is, like, all of them. Let me just go in here real quick. So how many did I get out of that? Yeah, another 14. Beautiful. Alright, these small buildings, unfortunately, that's pretty much all you're going to be able to get. But, again, that's $250 per stack, so totally worth it. Spit that shit at me. Alright, and since we're in the building right now, let's go ahead and... There we go. Alright, now we can leave. And since we're here, let's go ahead and search out another one. Cool. So, distress beacon over there. There it is. It's about 5 minutes away that way. Definitely not going to run that distance, that's for sure. But hey, speaking of dihydrogen, I guess we might as well pick that up. Okay. And I guess let's call in the spacecraft and get out of here. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe let's see. Is that off planet or is no? That's on planet. Let's go to this distress signal. Well, you know what? I want more nanites, though. I really do. Let's go to the abandoned building. Fuck it. Okay, and we'll continue with our nanite cluster conversions. And I would say beginning game, you can sell these for money, for a lot of money actually, but late game, it's just not worth it to sell them. Same with the Hadial cores. If you are on an ocean world and you have a bunch of those, you can also convert those for the same increment, 50 per. So, pretty damn good, I would say. And having this portable refiner actually does really make it real easy. But yeah, as you can see, one small building, and that's almost 1,000, you know. Unfortunately, though, that seems to be all we're getting, these small buildings. If you do get the larger ones that have kind of like the two sections, those usually will carry somewhere around about 25 swarm X per, or what do you call them, larval cores? Drop that in the freighter.
How can I get all these nanites to find these abandoned buildings without all this technology?
Actually, if you do the base computer missions, you can get most of this technology without even having, spending anything. The base computer missions, if you haven't done them, once you get the exocraft desk, he'll send you out on a couple radiant missions to do some minor stuff. He'll actually teach you the recipes for all the scanners and stuff, so you don't have to spend anything. From what I've heard from a couple other people, though, is that some people have bug settlements where, like, their employees don't work properly and stuff like that. If you're in that situation, then all you can do is buy it from the Nexus, but yeah, luckily you get it for free anyways, so you might as well. And I mean, the Pilgrim, of course, you gotta buy. That's not one that you get for free, but I mean, again, you can put it on any exocraft. Like, I could put it on, I don't know, my second favorite is like the Nomad. I personally like the Nomad myself. And just remember, stay in motion. That's the most important thing. Just stay in motion and they cannot really tackle you. But okay. So I think that's all the eggs that I can really get from this place. Ah, there's one more patch here.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so that is all of them. Let's get out of here. Okay, and back to our scanner. And again, I mean, even if, like, let's just say, can't do this, I mean, just getting the, what's it, the stuff from the, I mean, just trading navigation data, and you'll get everything you need. Oh, no. Come on, back up. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty much most of the strat. You just go on a quick run like that, grab some larval cores, get out as soon as you can. You'll usually be able to pick up 10 to 10 to 15 small buildings, over 20 on the large ones, and it'll take you 3 buildings for all of the large ones, about 5 grand. And what's actually really cool about the Exocraft guy is after you actually finish all of his stuff, he'll sell you Exocraft modules. So he literally becomes an upgrade vendor.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Yeah, and since I've got to return this mission anyways, I'll go to the Nexus, we'll teleport actually to my main base, and I'll kind of, I guess, just show you. But how many, we got, what, 3 small buildings? Not bad, right? 3,500 nanites, and that isn't even really trying all that hard. If you dedicate, like, maybe, like, an entire, like, session, like an hour session of just doing that, abandoned building to abandoned building, I bet you could probably accumulate, like, 30,000 easy in an hour. Oh, shit, did I pass it? What happened? Oh shit, I did. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Okay, so there's the station. Oops. And I'll just have to travel back to Euclid real quick. No big deal though. It should be rather quick. And, you know, just a disclaimer, I am on PC. I have heard that bugs and stuff can differ from the PC to the PS4 versions and whatnot, like and Xbox and whatnot. So if I'm experiencing a bug and you're not on, and you're playing on a different platform, you know, it's not guaranteed that you'll face the same thing, so don't worry about it. So, alright. Let me just hit up the base teleporter, I guess. And actually, since I got an abundance, I'll go ahead and buy some more maps. And yeah, they'll always be in this one, the emergency cartographic data.
Product received.
Okay, so I've got nothing and nothing. Okay, so no luck on that one, but it's okay. Yeah, okay, this is the one. Okay, so this is like my main kind of first base that I built. Yeah, I don't need any of that shit right now. Okay, but okay, so once you build like your overseer, your scientist, and all that kind of stuff, you'll get those missions by following the main quest line, and after you talk with the NPC Apollo. This is the Exocraft engineer guy, and pretty much you do his missions, and you know he'll give you the option at the end to do these radiant missions where you just go to a building and grab some nanites from the computer, or he actually is a full salesman with the whole shebang when it comes to all of his modules for sale. But yeah, he'll actually teach you all of them, so you don't have to worry about buying them. You just have to play through the main story a little bit, that's all. But okay, what do I got here? I got a mining beam module, I got a bunch of this. Again, the cactus flesh, totally not even worth it to pass it up. Why? Because you could always make stuff with it. Like with this, just as long as I've got like the polyfiber and the heat exchanger, I can make that. Polyfibers only take 100 of the cactus flesh, but these are 50,000 a piece, these unstable shells. So literally, you could just harvest cactus flesh, get these, and sell them for actually a very good price. And this is like your base stuff that you just learned through the main, story of the mission. But yeah, cactus flesh, just a little bit of cactus flesh, and boom, components and money, just immediately. But okay, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I've got to sort through here now. And it might be smart for me to actually, like, refine all of this crap and do, like, some minor grinding and stuff, and then come back later so you guys don't have to sit through all of it. But that is, like, for the most part, how the exocraft can really, really help you out in these situations. And then also, I mean, just having the extra inventory space and something to ride around with, I mean, totally awesome. Plus, you can literally just summon the summoning station and then disassemble it, and never really have to spend anything other than gas, really. And that's pretty much it.
Let's see, how can I get all these? Oh yeah.
Yeah, so nanites wise, I think that pretty much covers the basic strat on how to get a lot. And I mean, I don't have too much on me right now, but you've got to take into account that the first ship that you get, the Radiant Pillar, I've already upgraded that ship up to an A-class ship, so I've already spent somewhere around about 35,000, not including any modules or anything like that I've bought over time as well. So and these I'm grabbing so I can make glass for my next stage of construction that I'm going to do at my other base. But I think we'll go ahead and close the episode with me riding on one of my little dinosaur friends. This is the sole purpose that we actually chose this place anyways, so let's do it. Okay, come on. Are you tamed yet? Yes, you're tamed. Beautiful. Let's go for a ride. Love these things. I'm so glad they finally overhauled the creatures so that now there's actually like these freaking dinosaurs and stuff that you can ride around on. Just makes the game so much more interesting. I love looking at that. That's so awesome. And I mean, we're just like crazy high too. You can see everything from up here. Okay, I'm just gonna steer it over here real quick, over to here, so I can just do an automated taming on this guy and collect some of this stuff. But, oh yeah, so the Colossus you'll get for free, the Roamer you'll get for free, and, let me see, yeah, so you'll get this one for free, you'll get this one for free, and you'll get the Nomad for free. So, the Nomad is actually kind of my personal favorite. Doesn't have a huge inventory space. I actually disassembled all my modules just so I could have a little bit more space. But this thing's your basic hovercraft. You can go over water and everything. Fucking love it. And then, of course, this is my Roamer. You know, it's just got all your basic on it. But it's your basic dune buggy, you know what I'm saying? That Colossus, though, is something else. That thing is ginormous. Okay, let's just save real quick, and then, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call it a day. Alright. But, yeah. That's about it for today's episode, I guess. Tomorrow, I guess, we'll go more deeply into the construction of the Great Pyramid. In fact, let me go ahead and just transport over there real quick so we can just start right over there. And I'll go ahead and... let's see. Where are you? There we go. Calypso Galaxy. Yeah, and what I'll go ahead and do is I'll refine down all of the junk stuff that I have, get that all taken care of, and yeah, I think we should start planting, and I definitely need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the space, because this fucking structure is so huge that, you know, it's just, there's no way to actually build in this thing efficiently anymore, because everything is just so far away now. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, I got these grow beds in, and I got like the, you know, I got the main kind of greenhouse in the middle right there, but you know, that I don't think is going to be permanent, honestly, because we've got this whole backspace over here to fill up. And again, I'm not going to fill up over there. That's for the, you know, landing pads and whatnot, but I've got to figure out what to do with this space here. And we've got nothing but space to really put whatever the hell we want, so yeah. All right. Well, again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Thank you.